Hey everybody, this is Big E from Big E's Model Car Garage. Nice to see everybody again. Sorry it's been a couple weeks here since I posted my last video, but today was a kind of a special day. Bill from Loki Scale Models' birthday was on the 4th, and I had done a model for him that was my secret project. He figured out by me fishing that what I had made for him, but I built the Revell's 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner for him, just plain box stock, and I'll have some pictures up here at the end of the video. So today I took it up there to him, and also a drawing I had done back when I was a junior in high school, 1994. Gave that to him, and we spent the day together. Went out for lunch. Bill treated me to lunch, and again, I appreciate it. And we were talking, and he had given me a couple things. The one was an airbrush kit from Larry from Rhode Island, and can't remember the YouTube channel, but again, Larry, thank you, appreciate it. Didn't have to do that, brother, but it's much appreciated. It's been a while since I used an airbrush, so it'd be nice to get back in and do that. And then also I had traded Bill the Iceman Collections LSA engine. I would planned on putting it in the 1977 Chevy Stepside street truck that Revell reissued. It used to be like the whole Hot Rod series. It was black with the red decals. I was going to drop that in there, and it might go a different route, I don't know. But anyway, I traded him the engine, and then he in return gave me this. I don't know if any of you fellers and fellettes out there watch Graveyard Cars, but a few years back, couple seasons, or I think it was like 5 seasons back, they did this truck, kind of like a tribute truck or van, whatever you want to call that, for this, but they called it the little dead wagon, and it had a 1,000 power, I do believe it was a 1,000 power Hemi. Well, said feller here seen this up on Bill's shelf, because he's like, oh, I got some models if you want to pick through and trade for that engine. Saw this up there, and that immediately popped in my head. And never built a Lindbergh model, but kind of looking forward to that. And again, Bill, thank you. He gave me a base, or a clear plastic case to paint for him. So I'm gonna paint like a roadway base on it for him. But yeah, again, I'll post pictures. This is just a quick video to, again, happy belated birthday, Bill, and thanks again for the day. Appreciate it. Love you, brother. I'm glad you liked the model. Yeah, he was pretty stoked. It turned out good for the most part, completely box stock, but I had, so anybody that's built it knows you can you can have the option of putting the hoods, leaving the hood scoop open or closed. Well, I was originally planning on having it open, so I had cut that piece of tree off and had it decaled up, this got on each side, and I set it aside so I wouldn't lose it. Yeah, feller can't find it. I searched high and low in betwixt looking for that hood scoop for the Roadrunner. I found the missing gas filler cap for the tribute, or the group build Bronco that I did. Still haven't found that hood scoop. I looked all over for that thing. Cannot find it anywhere. So I had to mold it closed. There were some issues with the decals that my hand shake, and the hood, the stripe down the hood, didn't realize it was on kind of kittywampus until I put the decal on top of that that goes between the wind it's got the hood vents, or not the hood vents, it's got the cowl vents on it. It wasn't until I put that on that I noticed that that other decal was on cockeyed, crooked, corner of it teared. I tried using some matte black paint or satin black paint to fix it, but I mean, all in all, it turned out good. I used Testors, the extreme lacquer, flaming orange, and I tell you what, so indoors you really can't tell here because of the light. It looks orange. I mean, it's orange, not like the original color. I was going to use this crap, but I used this on the engine, right? And I didn't want it to be so, like, I don't know. I wanted some, didn't want it to all like blend together. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the flaming orange or if I wanted to use this one, the fiery orange. And to me, here in the light, the LED lights I have in the ceiling, looks kind of copperish, but this flaming orange outside, and when you see the pictures, I mean, it pops. Anybody that's used it, if you use rattle can or decant it and spray it through an airbrush, however, that it's got some gold flake in it, but really pops out in the sun. And then I used the brush some of this on for the clear coat. A couple coats of this I used on there just to seal up the decals. And then the side decals, the Roadrunner stripe down, or the dust stripe with the Roadrunner in front, those went on pretty decent. I used some Tamiya tape, ran that down the door panel, the quarter in the door, up to the side scoops, the door scoops that are on there on the rear quarter. I ran a piece of tape, kind of centered it by eye, didn't measure it, just centered it by eye, made sure I was just over the wheel well like the real car. I used some reference photos and was able to get the decal on one side to lay fairly flat, because you know they're very thin and they have a tendency to get all wavy. So that was on the captain's side of the car. The drinker side, there's a slight wave, but not super bad. Yeah, the only modifications there is, I can't remember who it was, the video I was watching on YouTube. I can't remember the guy's name or the channel name, but it was 10 things to make that kit better. And a couple of the things was that he had done was the side windows, the vent windows on there, didn't allow the interior tub to sit flush with the top of the door where the opening is for the window, the door windows. And so he shaved off on the door card, or sanded off part of the door card back a little bit, maybe like a mil to half a mil to like a mil and a half, and on each door card that allowed the interior tub to sit up underneath those side windows flush. And then on the front for the grill, it's got the stops in the back. Well, he recommended cutting those out, so I sanded those down, got rid of those, so that it allowed the grill to sit flush in. The only thing that really gave me an issue, and that also allowed the chat with that interior tub sitting up higher, it allowed the chassis itself in the front. I didn't have to use a lot of glue, and I didn't have to use like rubber bands and stuff to hold it up, or to hold the chassis to the body to glue it. So that helped. I didn't put both mirrors on, side mirrors. I just put the captain side mirror on. I didn't use the little piece that came with it for the glass. I used some of the, I had got some resin from, UV resin from Hobby Lobby, this brand, and put a little dollop of that in the mirror, hit it with the UV light, and then took my Molotow pen and colored the resin with that so that it gave the reflective deal, so it looked like it was glass, mirrored glass. Really the only issue I had was the rear panel fit fine, of course, dry fitting it, and then instead of putting that on first before I put the chassis on, I put the chassis in and glued all that in. In the rear, I had an issue where the chassis didn't want to sit to the inner wells, or just behind that on the quarter. So I used a little bit of that UV resin and to hold that in place. Yeah, and then I, following the directions, this is what they wanted you to do, was put that chassis in and then the rear panel, instead of doing it opposite, so that the captain side of the rear panel isn't quite, it's kind of skewed just a scotch. I mean, you really can't look at, don't notice it unless you're really looking at it. For the Plymouth symbol on the back, they had decals for that, but I used silver Sharpie metallic. It's supposed to look like, is what it said, like the metallic silver. This one here, got it from Doll Hair General. Anybody that has a Doll Hair General near yous, I don't know if you all have had a problem with these with the Sharpies there, but this one, I started using it on the drip rails and stuff around the windows. I didn't mask them either, but this thing was so dried out. It's funny because when you get these in the package, they're stored, they hang them this way. Reading the package, they're supposed to be stored cap down. It allows it so that the felt tip doesn't dry out. Can't shake, well, I mean, you could shake it. It's not like a Molotow pen or anything, doesn't have a bead in there. I mean, you can kind of shake it to get the ink down in there. I had to do that. Even setting it in a coffee cup, I have it in this way. No bueno. So I used the Molotow pen for that. The fine tip, which one is it? Seller can find it here. There it is. What's that? I think it's like the 0.5 millimeter, or the 1 millimeter tip, the fine tip one, the tiny-ish, the teeny tiny one. Yeah. But so that's worked out. And then I noticed that my hands shook, however, kind of made a mess on the one side. So I sprayed some of the body color into the cap. I obviously shook the can first, and then decanted some of this into the can, or the cap. And with a very fine tip brush, I went through and carefully touched up. Didn't use a lot of the paint, just the tip, and just touched up where the silver or the chrome hit. hit the body color, and then all is good in the hood. But yeah, all in all, I was kind of happy with the model. Some of the reference photos I drilled out on the front chassis by the K member there. Drilled the drain holes in the chassis and stuff. Drilled those out. Don't notice it. I mean, they sit on the shelf, and you really, I mean, who looks at the bottom unless you're taking it to a show and they got it on sitting on a mirror and judge, you know, it's being judged. But anywho's, enough rambling. But I'll have some pictures of the car up here, stills at the end of the video, and hope you all like it. And gonna get back into the videos. I didn't really take a break. I just wanted to get that car done. I could have did a video or did some videos of it, but I just didn't want to give it away for Bill. But he knew anywho's, because I was fishing. Hey, what's your favorite car? Hey, what's your favorite color on that car? Surprise! Here's your model. But he had an idea. He's like, I have an idea, but I don't know what it's gonna look like. He was happy. You know, I'm happy that he's happy. So again, happy birthday, belated birthday. Love you, brother. Again, Larry, thank you for the airbrush, the Aztec airbrush. I will definitely practice with that and hopefully get back into it, and my model should start looking better. But now I'm at a dilemma because I got 3 kits from Bill that he's gifted me. One is a 30 Ford Touring old monogram kit from like 73, and then the Beatnik Bandit from the Ed Roth Beatnik Bandit, and now the little red wagon. I know in my last video I said I was going to do the Chevy hardtop, the 57 Chevy hardtop with the 572. That's going to be a lot of work. And Bill and I were talking today too, and he's like giving me ideas on what how to do these videos and to help generate more views and stuff. So down the road here I might start doing some more like hands-on videos where I show myself doing something. I know in the comments on one of the video when I was showing how I did the seat, I think his name was Mike. Again, I apologize, I'm not good with names. I read the comment and he had said that he'd like to see a how-to on that. So sorry for the delay on that. I will do that, because I think I might actually, I was thinking about doing like a barn find out of the Weekend Warrior, that 67 GTO kit from MPC. I built the other one, the other 67 that's blue. It's got the blue artwork on the box top. So I was thinking about doing a barn find out of that, because the glass, I got some super glue on the glass and it fogged it. And if I do a barn find out of it, you won't really notice it. I could chip the way out of that window and look like it's cracked or something. But I was thinking about doing that, those seat covers, because then I can tear them. But I'll show you how I do it. I mean, again, it's not, I'm not the encyclopedia on how to do it. It's just another idea using those candy wrappers. So again, sorry for the rambling on, but y'all have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully I should start having some more videos out here shortly. So y'all take care, have fun, build models, be safe.